What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Neo here, and today we are gonna do another video about New World's cash shop because they released some patch notes, and I know others have covered this, but I figured I'd give my opinion. As always, make sure you like and subscribe. It helps me out a lot. I appreciate it. As always, do the thing. Do the thing. Another thing I want to touch on before we start the video is I feel like I haven't focused as much on YouTube lately, and I'm going to try and do better about that. I was focusing more on the stream side of things, but YouTube's really the best thing that I've got going right now, and I want to keep pushing it and getting better for you guys. As always, too, I try to keep my videos as uncut as possible, so you get the raw footage of me and how I really feel. I'm not switching scenes and like cutting out stuff that I feel like is gonna look bad. You know, you're just gonna see what I am and how I feel about things. And you may like that, you may dislike that, but either way, hit that subscribe button and let's get right into it. All right, so here we got the patch notes that was recently released after a lot of backlash across all platforms and all gamers for good reason. Before we get into it, I just want to preface all this that I understand that they need to make money. Amazon Game Studios needs to make money, and they need to hit certain thresholds in a certain amount of time. I'm not naive to think that they can just in this day and age with an MMO and the size and scope of it, just release like a $20 box cost and then call it good and just keep updating it. I'm not dumb. You need to make money. I understand. However, we'll get right into it. You know what? But nah, let's just get right into it. I'm not gonna read all of this to you because you can find it just by searching New World cash shop patch notes on Google, but we're gonna skim over it and talk about the important things that is worded in specific ways and what's said here that is important for you to know. And you can make your own opinion on that. I'm gonna give you mine. You can hate it, you can like it, you can talk to me in the comments about it. Maybe you disagree with me and you change my mind, I don't know. But here we go. So this is them. So this is basically their patch notes to fight the PR shitstorm that is basically comparing them to turning out to be BDO. That's what a lot of people are saying. So let's go over what they say. So they're releasing their in-game store today in alpha. I don't think I've ever heard of that, by the way. In-game store in alpha. That's absolutely insane. Store will allow you to give us money, blah blah blah. We have received a lot of feedback already. That's them saying like, we hear you. You know, they're getting shit on for it. Believe it's important to make the store visible now for players and to experience and test directly. Very weird that this is happening before the game's even released. I've never heard of that in any genre. If you have, maybe you let me know in the comments of a game, because I don't know any game that has like tested microtransactions or talked about it pre-release. It's just not a good look. But continuing on, items in the store during alpha will be purely cosmetic. So we're not going to show you the non-cosmetics in alpha, and provide no gameplay advantages. During alpha will be purely cosmetic. That's just red flags, dude. This is why you don't do this early on. I don't understand it. As the game evolves, we may add more categories of store items based on our players' desires. Like basically what they're saying here is based on what we think people will buy, and we won't like break our game in terms of like losing a player base. We're gonna look at that and see where we can make more money. We may make mistakes. Yeah, this is them saying like we may push too far. The alpha store test will include a skin, emote dies, like this stuff. While I'm not okay with this stuff, I'm willing to concede it. You know what I mean? Like this isn't gonna affect my gameplay at all. It might degrade skins in game, but that's fine. Like I'll deal with that as long as everything else, you know, isn't affected. This I can deal with. As I said though, don't like it. We think it's important to share the goals behind our in-game store. Blah blah. Our plan. Literally, all you need to put under this, our plan, is make money. That's our plan. Like that's your plan. There's nothing else to put here. Our plan is to make money. Anyways, create an outlet for players who find value in store items that they are happy to purchase them. This is the most loaded BS. Like if you want to be open about like what you're doing, like let me just put it this way. When I read this, our plan for having an in-game store is to create an outlet for players who find enough value in store items that they are happy to purchase them. When I read this, okay, I just picture the heads of this studio talking about how to construct a sentence for someone who's dumb to make them think that stepping in shit is a good thing. Like how can we make this dummy do what we want and make them think that it's helping them? This sentence is them saying we're gonna sell you stuff and that will make you happy. Like, don't worry about it. Like, what? Like, all you have to say here is, you know, you need to make money. Like, it's not that ridiculous. You know, like people will understand. I mean, not everyone will understand, but most people understand that you're a business and need to make money. And there's other ways to go about it. You don't need to make us feel like we're dumb. Like, we're not dumb. This is why we're here in the first place. Our plan is not and never will be to create a feeling that store items are necessary. See, and this wording is like sneaky as hell. Store items aren't necessary. Well, BDO's store items aren't necessary. Like, you don't have to have the tent that allows you to grind 10 times faster than anyone else. But if you don't have it, like, that's not necessary. So, like, this wording is super sneaky. That doesn't mean anything to me. We have 3 main goals: empower expressive personalization, so cosmetics. And then they have a picture here of in-game and in-store, and they make it seem like in-game rewards are gonna look better than in-store. But, like, while I don't give a fuck, like I said, if you want to do microtransaction cosmetics, I can deal with that. That's where I draw the line. Like, that's it. Right there. You can do that if you want to. I'm not dumb. Like, I understand that, and most people are not dumb. If you're selling a skin, okay? If you're offering something for free and something for $10, what are you going to put more work into? The one that gives you nothing or the one that gives you $10? Like, it's not rocket science. You're gonna, it may look this way right now, but eventually this is gonna look way better. Eventually this guy's gonna just be an astronaut with a dragon head shooting fire out of his asshole. That's like, and these guys are gonna be in rags. Like, it is what it is. I get it. I understand. It's fine. I can deal with this, like I said. But that to expect anything else is completely ridiculous. We're gonna offer all these cosmetics and emotes and stuff. Like, I can deal with all that, whatever. Like, I can concede this. We don't care. Maintain a level playing field. See, this whole paragraph is them talking about how they're gonna basically help players who don't spend as much time in the game, I believe. In-game store content will not give players an advantage in PvE or PvP. See, this isn't true. They've already talked about boosts. Boosts give you an advantage in PvE. If I start playing when the boosts are released, at the same time as my friend Joe, let's say, if Joe buys the boost and I don't, how is it not an advantage with him leveling faster than me and me having to spend more time in the game? That's an advantage in PvE. Like, is it not? Our goal is not to provide anything that players find to be pay to win. Well, I just explained how boosts are pay to win. For PvEers, that is pay to win. No items in the store will give players instant lifts. No item in the store is a gate to experiencing game mechanics. I mean, this is to experiencing game mechanics. I mean, no, you don't have to buy it, but you're gonna have a better time if you do buy it. Like, you're just not saying that. Players should never feel they have to spend additional money to experience New World, as the price you pay at launch lets you play the entire game. You can play the entire game with what you pay, but, like, Joe's gonna level faster than me, so I don't know. I don't know about that, fam. Embrace veterans and welcome new arrivals. Full of veteran players. Will be full of veteran players. We anticipate new players landing on its shores for years to come. Well, after launch, we will consider ideas for items that influence mechanics like rested XP, both through the store and earned in-game. Like I was talking about with my example with my friend Joe. This would allow late to the game players entering a tournament to catch up at a pace most comfortable to them. You mean this would allow them to quickly get to endgame faster than I was able to because they paid money. Yes, I understand. What you're saying is I don't have to play the game until the boost drop because I can catch up to everyone later on. So why grind it out? Like, there's no reason to. This is what this means. The more players that are able to experience endgame and participate in endgame, the healthier. See, I don't like this. Why is the early and mid game so bad that you want everyone at endgame? I don't understand this. And why is anyone content with this? If the early and mid game is so bad, then why is it in the game in the first place? This is when I read this, that's what I get. Early and mid game is garbage. In order for this game to be healthy, everyone needs to get to end game. So we're gonna sell boosts. Well, then why is early and mid game in the game? You've been working on this for how long now? It's been delayed how many times? And you're telling me that your early and mid game is so bad still that you need to push everyone into end game. I don't understand this sentence. I hate it. It might be the thing that I hate the most about what they've said is this sentence right here. It literally pisses me off. Anyways, timing on when we release any sort of boosts would depend on player sentiment. If we decide to implement these types of items, they will also be obtainable through in-game methods. Well, that's fine and dandy. Why would I try and obtain stuff that I can just buy, though? Heading toward launch. We're excited to test how much money we can make. Data from the alpha test will be studied closely. Blah, blah, blah. There's another line here that I must have passed over. Or they've changed this. So basically, yeah, they've changed the wording on this page. Because that's actually funny. So there used to be on this page a sentence, because I read this. Oh, right here. No, they didn't change it. I skimmed over it. This right here. We won't consider selling anything other than cosmetics items until 2022 at the earliest. That's the worst thing that they've said, I think, since they created New World. This game doesn't drop until August 31st, gang. Let's look at the calendar. August 31st. So basically September 1st. Okay. Let's count here. Count with me. 1, 2, 3, 4. You're telling me that I only have to wait 4 months before the cosmetics are not the only thing in the cash shop. See, this right here, this should be 100 red flags for everyone, okay? And this is what I wanted to point out. This is the main sentence that I wanted to point out for anyone, be it my subscribers, my followers, my friends, and anyone alike. This is the main thing that you need to worry about right here. They think that they can hook you in for 4 months and then they're going to drop who knows what in the cash shop. If everyone isn't vocal about what they don't want in this game is going to die very quickly. And that's pretty evident, obviously, already. It's pretty sad because a lot of games these days have been garbage. And this game, honestly, up until the leak of the cash shop nonsense, was like one of the few bright spots in gaming that I was actually looking forward to over the past couple months. It had made great strides from a state that I had played and tested months ago to where it was up until the leak, and it's very disappointing to see. I want this game to succeed. I want it to be good, especially since it's an MMO, because MMOs have been garbage for so long. I mean, WoW is re-releasing WoW with a cash shop. Like, what world do we live in now where we can't get games that are worth the money that we and time that we invest into them? It pays to make worse games now. I don't know what else to say about it. It's, if you are a tester, if you are a gamer that has pre-ordered, if you are in their forums, if you're on Reddit, if you care about MMOs, somewhere along the line, make sure that they know how you feel. Even if you disagree with me. We're in a time where user input is very important. I'll just leave it at that. I really don't want to just turn my back on this game. I really don't want to. I've had high hopes for this game and Ashes for a very long time. Ashes of Creation. They were like supposed to be the game that I played. And it's really sad to see this happening right now. Not just as a content creator, but as a gamer. I mean, and I'm sure many of you feel the same way. There's still hope in this as it's so early into release and they've already backpedaled. they can still make the money that they need without ruining the game, but it's gonna require everyone to voice their opinion clearly. New World has listened to everyone when we all voice a strong opinion towards something they've done. I mean, they completely changed their game from sandbox to theme park MMO because of the player base and because of what they saw in the gaming market. We can change this too. So if you want to play a good MMO again and you agree with what I say, make sure you are heard. Even if you don't agree, make sure you are heard. Anyways, that's about all I got for you today. I'm going to move on to another video probably and record that in secret and then hold on to it for a later date to release. But I appreciate, again, everyone who's shown support, everyone who's subscribed, everyone who's been in my Twitch channel hanging out. And Twitch is more laid back. I mean, this is pretty laid back. I'm a laid back dude. You're going to learn that quick. But Twitch is kind of just me hanging out with everyone and gaming. So if you're interested in, you know, gaming, I've been playing Valorant, streaming. I'll leave Discord, Twitch, all that below, you know. And I will see you next video later. You